Okay. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. So what is a OSI, Open System Interconnect? It's a reference model. It is a, sorry, um, 7-layer model. 7 layers are there. So that's it is called as a 7-layer model. Okay. So what is exactly, what is the another network models are there? So you can see like a network model or a suits is like a TCP IP suite is there. IPX, SPX, novel network. Okay. Apple talk. So still I don't understand for a TCP IP like a suits. Okay. For example of OSI layer or a example of protocols or a port numbers or maybe IP addresses. These are all people putting into together because of lot of people we don't understand what it is also. Okay. So there is a different type of suits are there. These are a different suits are developed by different organization. For example, Apple Talk by Apple company, Novel Network, IBM develop IPX. Okay, so SPX kind of stuff. So like different organizations came up with a different type of suits. Earlier days, there is a model called DoD model, which is a defense model. Means used in a defense system, not a DDoD, guys. Difference is there. DDoD is a attack model. That is not a defense model. It is a attack model. Okay, that is not a model. That is a kind of attack. DDoD is different. DoD is different. So, okay, so it is a initially network model, standard network model used in a defense, in American defense is DoD model. This DoD model developed into TCP IP model for a public communications. So now we are using a TCP IP model only. Now we are using TCP IP model only. Next, the point is, lot of people think so OSI model is used in only very specific companies like a research and development companies only. So other organizations don't use the OSI layer. That is wrong. That is wrong, guys. A lot of wrong guidelines is also there in the market. That's why I'm telling like this. So OSI layers are used by no one. No one use OSI layer. Not a very big company, not a very small company. No one use OSI layers. That's the first number one point. It is a reference. The meaning is when you are studying in a college, right? So usually college, schools are like that. There is a reference textbook is there and textbook is also there. For example, you have a certain subject, something like a physics subject is there, electronic subject is there. Okay, there is a college textbook or university textbook will be there. Textbooks are there. So textbook means it's complete a part of syllabus or a whole syllabus in it. Reference textbook. Reference means like there is some internal problem solutions kind of stuff, or maybe there is a background of it. Okay, so that is for that one reference book. For example, Microelectronics by Shraddha and Smith. That is one of the reference textbook like that. So Tannenbaum is there, like different textbooks available usually in a libraries. We don't buy reference textbooks, we buy only textbooks only, right? So in a specific subject sort of, right? So it is a same thing kind of stuff. Second, lot of people think these models came from OSI layer. No, actually, if you there is a dating system is also there, date is also there. It is TCP IP almost in 1966 kind of stuff. Okay, 66 70s itself we have a TCP model is there. 60 by that time DoD model is there. Later TCP model came into publicly. Okay, these models by 70s itself. Okay, next, so what is the use of this model? So it is, we don't use OSI layer, first one. Next, from OSI layer, we are not, TCP IP, this IPX, SPX kind of stuff not generated. Then why we should study OSI layer? So removing this one to avoid a confusion part. Okay, what is it is? It's a reference model. It is used to understand network. Easy to understand network, how network is created, and to create network is easy to understand existing network. You want to create something like you want to create a server client model, or maybe you want to create some networking topology. So and you want to make a communication. So that is called a creating a new network, right? So then we have to follow the OSI reference model. And troubleshoot, use it to understand how network is functioning, how to create the network, how to troubleshoot the network. So that is the main importance of OSI layer. OSI is standardized by ISO. ISO is an organization. Again, ISO is an organization, is like a international. Anyone? Organization for standardization. You can use Z or a yes also here and here. Okay, it is not showing any errors. Why? Am I typing that much correctly? Sorry. International Organization for Standardization. So this is standardized, this OSI model. Okay, so ISO is an organization which standardize different models, ISO models. Okay, so that is OSI is standardized by ISO organization. IEEE. So there is a name called IEEE. Someone sending a message. Someone. Vasavi present. Very good. Okay. Vasavi present. Very good. So Dharani not came. So what is IEEE, guys? Institute of
Electrical and
Electrical.
Electronics Engineer.
Very good. Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Engineering, that's it. Okay, so it is not a, people will confuse in a 2 points here. So ISO, International Organization for Standardization, not standard organization. IEEE, it is not international, it is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Already I told now IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force, IANA, ICANN, these are organizations maintains this IP addresses, DNS names, and engineering means engineer this kind of okay, networking related. Okay, so these are things. The standard number is IEEE 802 for this networking model. Okay, that's why for Ethernet I showed 802.3. This is 802. 802 is a journal number. Okay, so journal number. So there are lot of RFCs are there. So RFC means request for comment. RFC request for comment. Request for comment numbers are there. So 1924 kind of stuff like this. There is a request for comments also. There is a very just a general information, guys. But important information is OSI, Open System Interconnect. OSI is a nothing but a reference model. It is used to create and troubleshoot, understand the network configurations, network configuration. 7-layer model it is. It is a 7-layer model. It is standard. That is a point. Okay. These first 4 points are very important. Very important. Sorry. This is just important. Just information only. It is just information, but this is very important. So next is a 7-layer model. So 7 layers are there, right? So we are going to write about the 7 layers. So we can look at here. So OSI 7 layers. Okay, in a OSI model, 7 layers are there. So then it is look at the 7 layers. Here, guys, always you can write up and down, down to up, but do not change the pattern, either 1 to 7 or 7 to 1. But my hobby is starting with the 7, the 7th layer. Okay, 7th layer is application layer. Application layer. 7th layer is application layer. 6th layer is presentation layer. So presentation. Yeah. 5th layer is
session layer.
very good. Session layer. 4th,
Transport layer.
very good.
3rd one is network layer.
Very good.
2nd one is data link layer.
Very good.
1st one is physical layer.
Very good. Very good. So application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Very good. So these are the 7 layers, guys. Some people or some institute or some textbooks will in a reverse order also, means physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, and a presentation layer. So they will tell in a different layer pattern also. But both are correct. Okay, what is your hobby? That is correct. Important is no. My sir told in our institute, I learn I by hearted like this: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. Okay, so why sir is telling? Maybe this is the correct order. Again, you want to change the order, that will confuse you. So you can follow either 7 to 1 or 1 to 7. Very simple. Okay, so that is the first important, guys. Next, this first 3 layers, these 3 layers called as a upper layer, upper layers by default. Okay, or a software layers. Software layers, it means it's not belongs to any hardware point. Transport layer is not up and down. It provide end to end connectivity. End to end connectivity. It is a heart of OSI layer. OSI, heart of OSI. Next, the bottom 3 layers are a hardware layers or a bottom layers. That is mainly hardware layers. Why? Because of there is a hardware devices or belongs to this. Example of physical layer is hub. Yeah, we didn't discuss about hardware devices, right? So we'll see that one also. So example of search for a data link layer. Router is another example of for a network layer. So router is a layer 3 device. Router is layer 3 device. Switch is layer 2 device. Hub is layer 1 device. So I covered that one also here, guys. So don't think it is a clumsy part. So usually I will write in a separately, but I'm writing here only. Okay. So these three are hardware layers. So I need to draw something. Drawing kind of stuff is required. Bad thing is these are very small, tiny lines are printing. So I don't like that kind of tiny lines. So it is. So yeah, that is a good line. Okay. So Control C, Control V. So we'll take another line, joint here, and this is extending. Okay, very good. This is good. So if I have a so better, it is always paintbrush because we can text it, we can picture it, we can do everything very easily. I need a PPT. So this is a upper layers. These are the bottom layers, software layers, hardware layers. Example of hardware: layer 3 router, layer 2 switch, layer 1 hub. Transport layer, end-to-end connectivity. It is a heart of OSI layer. So these are the important points about your OSI layer. So you have to put it according to our design only. Very good. Okay, so each layer we can able to explain what is a application layer, what is a presentation layer, kind of stuff. I can explain it, but here it is. Point is we don't have that much time. So then this is I give an explanation few years back that is very easy to understand. Okay, application layer is dealing with your web server, web application. For example, application layer, easiest example is your web browser. Web browser is a application, right? This application dealing with the protocols. For example, certain protocols you can give it. I open this. HTTPS protocol. Guys, are you able to hear now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, it is got disconnected. So maybe we'll continue. And it is showing some message. Okay, it is because of disconnected. Okay. Yes, this is a FTP application. So I have a remote server. So I have to give the remote server a host name or a IP address, their username and password and port number, and make it connect. So I can upload the data from my machine to remote machine. Okay, and I can download the data from remote machine to my machine. So two way we can able to do it. So application is called a FileZilla. So what protocol I'm using here? FTP protocol. FTP protocol. Okay. So browser HTTP, HTTPS protocol. Okay. Browser, web browser HTTP, HTTPS protocol. Okay. Web. What I said, like it is FTP. FileZilla is an application for sending and downloading. Web servers. Web server. Different web servers are there, like a Microsoft IIS server, Internet Information Server, Tomcat server, HTTPD server. Okay, so different type of web servers are there. Okay, it is a server provide a web page, client access the web page, right? So both the side, the protocol is HTTP, and server side application, client side application. So the application layer is telling about application, client side and server side and the protocol. Okay, three things you have to keep in mind. So Outlook, for accessing a mail communication through Outlook, web communication won't happen. Only mail communication. So I want to send a mail, receive a mail, I want to read a mail. Okay, I want to compose the mail. So that is Outlook application. So Outlook application dealing with the mail communication. Exchange servers means Microsoft Exchange server, sorry. Microsoft Exchange server, and Lotus Note is a client. Domino server is uh, um, mail server. Okay. There is another mail server is there. That is one Squirrel Mail is there. Okay, so Squirrel Mail, Microsoft Exchange, Domino servers are mail servers. Mail clients, you can access the mails through web browser with mail client softwares like Outlook, Notepad is a client software. So application layer dealing with the application part of a client side and as well as the server side and the protocols. We got this protocol part. Okay, just I am adding this protocol before we go to that point. Guys, this is also very important thing is protocols and port numbers. Protocols and port numbers. So what is port numbers? Port numbers are a representation, numerical representation of protocols only. Guys, everything we read, understand, we look in the normal formats only, like a high level formats or like a text format. So naming formats, picture formats we are able to see, right? But computer understand low level format. It is like a binary hexadecimal formats only. What are we write in the programming? Maybe you know the C language. You hear this ASCII code. ASCII, American Code for Information Interchange. AC, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So what is this ASCII code? For every point, every data, every letter, there is a translation to a ASCII format. ASCII format can be directly converted into hexadecimal format. It is nothing but a hexadecimal. So easily we can able to convert into binary. So machine can easily understand ASCII formatted data. Why? Because it is directly hexadecimal format. Okay, so like that, these protocols having a port numbers, the port numbers represent a protocol for a communication kind of stuff. Then what is these protocols? Okay, so either we required explanation of protocols or like that, but I'm trying to tell in a words wise only, means directly, not writing anything. Protocols are a set of rules. In a college days, we heard this kind of stuff, right? Protocols are a set of rules. Exactly say set of rules. This is what we are discussed in college days, textbooks, or kind of stuff. But what is these rules? Okay, so server or a destination machine. Okay, or we can use any word or can understand what is form of communication, means or what is a type of communication, or maybe request. Okay, so what is a request? To understand what is request, protocols are useful. Client and server also. Example, I am telling HTTP. What is a HTTP request? Web access. So requesting and giving web pages. FTP, you want to upload files. Okay, file server related. Okay, upload and download of a file. So a lot of things are there. Upload and file. SMTP, sending mail. POP3 or IMAP version 4 for a receive or retrieve mails. Okay, NTP, okay, for sync time with server. For sync the time or synchronizing the time, so that is enough. Okay, LDAP is for authentication protocol. Authentication purpose. Kerberos authentication protocol. SSH or a telnet. RDP, remote access server. So remote access protocol. Okay, so if I use HTTP, what is my communication? Web related communication. I'm using FTP, is a file related communication, sending file or receiving file. If I'm using SMTP, I'm sending a mail. If I'm receiving if I'm using POP3 or IMAP, it is for a receiving a mail. Okay, like this. The protocols are make you to understand. Okay, is a to make understand what type of communication, okay, understand what is a request from client and servers, okay, or what type of communication you can define. You can, just for our understanding, guys, it is not for any interview point of view. We should understand what it is first of all. Okay, so I'm telling some protocols and their port numbers most frequently used. Guys, protocols are 65,536 protocols are there. Okay. So out of that one, 1023 protocols are reserved protocols are there. Port numbers are there. Sorry. 1024 port numbers are reserved port numbers are there. After that, protocols and port number wise, few protocols are very important, regularly used protocols. So the first one is HTTP, port number is 80. HTTPS 443. So I will first of all I will type the protocols SSH, Telnet, okay, RDP, SMTP, POP3, IMAP, sorry, IMAP version 4. Yeah, FTP done. Is FTP, we'll put it here. FTP. EFTP, DHCP, DNS, NTP, ER, DR, OS, LDAP. Okay, it is become a small letters because of this length. Okay, at least we need 3. Here it is telnet, net. This is 5, and this is 10, 15, SNMP. These are the some of protocols and their port numbers. So compulsory, guys. You should either remember or by heart. So I don't mind about what you do. And find out the abbreviation of each and everything. Okay. HTTP, Hypertext Transmission Protocol. HTTPS, Hypertext Transmission Protocol. This is HTTP over SSL. Okay, SSL is a secure socket layer. It encrypts the data. Okay, it encrypts HTTP data. That's a HTTPS. For banking, for mail communication, we are using HTTPS mainly. So the data in the website or web page cannot be read by outsiders. It's end-to-end encryption. Like you are using a WhatsApp, right? In a WhatsApp, we are using end-to-end encryption when you are sending. So we are providing end-to-end encryption, means the message in your WhatsApp will be displayed for you, and other means to whom you are sent, that other person also can able to see the data from their mobile phone, end-to-end encrypted here and decrypted there, and they can able to see. But while you are transmitting a data cannot be captured by someone, and they cannot able to read the data because of its end-to-end encryption. FTP 2021, SSH 22, Telnet 23, RDP 3389, SMTP 25, POP3 110, IMAP 143, TFTP 69, DHCP 67, 68, DNS 53, okay, NTP 123, okay, Kerberos 88, LDAP 389, SNMP 161, 162. Okay, so these are the some of the protocols and their port numbers. HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, File Transfer Protocol, SSH, Secure Shell, Telnet. Yes, of course, tele network something is there, telephone network something is there, or a telecom network something. So don't worry about it. So Telnet only. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, Remote Desktop Protocol, Remote Desktop. Okay. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol it is. SNMP, Mail Communication, to send a mail, SMTP, to receive a mail, POP3 or IMAP. Okay. TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, used to assign IP address to the client. DNS, Dynamic, so domain name system. Domain name system. For example, I open a website. Okay, I open a website. So we are not communicating with the names. We should communicate with the IP addresses only, right? So, but I am typing in names only, not IP addresses. But how I get IP address from DNS servers only. NTP, Network Time Protocol. NTP, Network Time Protocol. So I want to synchronize my time with 123. Okay, my server, I have a NTP server is there. I have to maintain my time is with that server. So NTP server, Network Time Protocol. Kerberos, Authentication Protocol. Kerberos and LDAP, Authentication Protocols. Okay, authentication means, for example, your username, password, and given a okay, then sign in. Who will authenticate? Who will verify this username and password? There must be authentication protocols must be there. So example, LDAP and Kerberos. Kerberos is main important authentication protocol in the Microsoft Active Directory. Okay, Microsoft. Okay, it is a authentication protocol used in Microsoft. Yeah, very good. Microsoft Active Directory. It is authentication purpose used in Active Directory. LDAP is a open LDAP, also used in Microsoft as well as Linux, Unix kind of stuff also. So it says Kerberos is a specifically KERBROS, Kerberos. Okay. So if you want a description like this also, I can give the description. SSH is also a remote access protocol. Encryption, secure socket ethernet, so with encryption. Telnet is a remote access without encryption, no encryption, plain text format. Okay, so you know FTP, that is we know. So generally FTP, file transfer protocols for sending mails. Already I have written up, so then not much important. So DHCP, assign IP addresses to client automatically. Protocol maps name to IP address provide, it is better to gives IP address of a domain or a host to client. Okay, so NTP sync, that is also written in upward, so then you can see. Okay, sending mails also I've written there, so I'm removing that one. So authentication NTP, it is used in monitoring purpose, mainly monitoring places. Okay, system status. Okay, so HTTP now for a web page access, FTP file upload and download, SSH, Telnet, POP3, IMAP. This is a TFTP, trivial file transfer protocol for a remote configuration purpose. Upload or download configuration file. Also daily use. Okay, guys. Okay with the protocols?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So compulsory. Try to why this is make me crying. Initially it is good or what? Yeah, small. Okay, so 20 is not good enough for this. Okay. Still something is missing. Don't like this point. The point. Guys, protocols are very important. Is a compared to, not comparison, it is also very important. So compulsory, you must go through the different type of protocols. It is. 1 second. Baba. Rani Chaudhary came. Very good. So this is a protocols and port number, guys. So because of lack of space, I make it, this one is very smaller. Otherwise, I can put it in a separate also, no problem. But it is like. So we will continue. Presentation layer. Presentation layer encodes the data. Presentation layer, what it will do? It encode the data. It means whatever the data you are using. For example, this is a web page, right? Web page in the HTML format. Web page in the HTML format. HTML format. Web pages in a HTML format. Maybe I use a. So what is this? This is a YouTube streaming format, right? So FLV format. Okay, or maybe MP4 format, video, MP4 format, or a MP3 format, audio. Okay, WMA means Windows Media Audio kind of stuff. WMV media video formats, PDF formats. Okay, SWF shockwave formats. Okay, so different formatted data is there. What are the data? What are the type of data it is? It can be a GIF format or PNG format or JPG format. So what are the type of data it is? It converts the data into ASCII format. It converts the data into ASCII format. What is ASCII? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Next, point number 1. Here it is. 3 points are there in a presentation layer. It encode and decode the data. It encodes the data. What are the format of your data? It can be HTML format or a PNG format, or it can be a, anything. So sometimes data is in a one single page. So multiple kind of stuff is there, like a thumbnails, PNGs, kind of stuff. So obviously, so whatever the data format it is, it converts into ASCII format. For example, I'm uploading a file. The file is PDF file. It converts into ASCII format. I'm uploading a picture, convert into ASCII format. Okay, so maybe I'm sending a mail and receiving a mail. Okay, so the mail and mail content can be in any format. So it convert into ASCII format. So this is first is encoding and decoding. Second one is compression and decompression. So what are the data is there? The data is compressed because data is a large in size. So then it will be compressed. So that is compression and decompression. Okay. Next, encryption, decryption. Encryption and decryption. So what is encryption? Encrypt the data. Data encryption and decryption. So encrypt the data. So for example, earlier I showed HTTP, HTTPS. HTTP don't no encryption. HTTPS encryption is there. What is this encryption? No, normal data is there. You can see it is PDU. Normal formatted data. In PDU, I write like this. It is like this. This entire message I've written like this. Is it understandable? Is it understandable? Can you understand this is the PDU part? It's very difficult from this data. This is PDU, right? So it is very difficult to understand. So encryption is convert a data into different format using a different type of algorithms. Okay, so we can we are converting the data or encrypting the data into the data. So security, why encryption? For security purpose. Okay, so these three things are done by presentation layer. What does the presentation layer do? Encoding, decoding, compression, decompression, encryption and decryption. So next one is session layer. Next one is session layer. Session layer is establish and maintain and terminate the session. Establish, maintain, terminate the session. Meaning is, for example, I open a website. For example, I open this tutorial points, for example. Okay, what happened? Session will be created. What happened? Session will be created. For my PC, a session is created. then request is sent to the remote server, right? So it is request go up to Java T point. Java T point received the request and responded back. So I finally received the page completed. So till that completion of your request, session will be there. Example I will tell, guys. You went to the shop and you pay amount using Paytm or Google Pay or another one is Phone Pay, right? So what you do? You open a mobile phone and go to the QR scan. You scan it. So once you scan, the link will be created, right? So the link request will be created automatically, and you will get a display. How do you want to send a how do you want to uh, pay the amount, the bank list, what are the specified bank list you are given, and amount, comment, right? So you given a amount, comment, and then you select a bank. 1 second, guys, please. Bye. Sorry guys, phones directly. So sorry. Um, guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So I completed up to session layer, or I am telling something about session layer. Yeah, I am telling about something session layer, right? So for example, I went to shop. Okay. So then I use a phone pay, scan the QR code to the pay the amount, right? So what I have to do? Scan the QR code. Then payment selection, which bank you want to pay, how much amount, or you want to pay with the wallet or not, right? So you have to select the payment method. Then click just go to the pay, right? So then you finally will get a transaction successful. Payment method, payment part is completed. Once transactions are completed means, so first is it's going to be process completed like that, right? So what happened here? From you are scanning a code to the successful payment, session is created and session is completed. So that is the point I am trying to say. So easy to understand. So it will establish and maintain and terminate system. So when I open a web page, session is established. When I load the web page, so then it is session is completed till the time it maintain the session. Till the time it maintain the session. For example, I am telling again. Okay, so point is not that point. Okay, so here it is. Um, 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 yeah. If I download, for example, I'm downloading a some picture or a video. Okay, so from internet, right? So I download. So when I'm downloading, session is created. So I said download button. I click a download button. So another session will be created inside of session only. Okay, the download session will be created, and it is downloading. It take 5-10 minutes. Downloaded, completed, 100% downloaded. Session will be terminated. So it is establish, maintain, download. Guys, in all these things, you should understand why I have written a PDU, PDU, PDU. PDU means packet data unit. What is PDU? Packet data unit. Okay. So what is PDU? Packet data unit. So what is this? What are the data? What are the format of the data? What are the data? What are the format of the data is in our layers is called a PDU. Whatever it is, whatever the type of data it is, what is the format of the data it is, okay, it is called a PDU. So application layer, something added like a protocols are added, port numbers are added, service added, client side are added, request is added, like you are sending a echo request, echo response, that is data is added, right? So information is added there. So that is the total data combinedly we call it as a PDU. In a presentation layer, data is encrypted, data is encoded, data is compressed. So total data format is changed. Still the data is called a PDU, packet data unit. Session layer, session is established. So this is the data, this is the session number. So once session completed, then automatically terminate, right? So what are the things are added to our data? It is mainly it is PDU. So this is first 3 layers. The very important layer is from the transport layer. So it segment the data. It segment the data. So what is the segmenting the data? You have a data. We divide the data into several parts. Why? Because of huge amount of data I'm sending. Sometimes it is problem is occur. For example, I give a standard example is hello, how are you? You're giving, I'm sending hello, how are you? So at a client side, when a client side I'm receiving, so what happened? So hello, how are you? So instead of hello, how are you? While transmitting a data, something is happened. Some packet is corrupted. Some data is corrupted because it's a huge amount of data. Small part of data is corrupted. So obviously, client is not received a proper data. One thing. Second, when client is not receiving a proper data, it drop the packet. So server thinks, means the sender thinks data is not received. Again, we'll have to send the data. Again, we have to send the data because as much as when client is received complete correct data, you have to keep sending. So it delays the network. You have to send the same packet again and again. So it is delays in a thing. Okay, it is sometimes very difficult to deal with it. So what you have to do? I am segmenting this data. What I am doing here it is I am segmenting this data like this. I chop the data. What is segmenting? Chopping the data into small parts. Chopping the data into small parts. Okay, and give a number on it like a 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4. Put the numbering on it and I put a sequencing order. Now I'm sending a data. At my receiving end, at my destination, I received a packet. So I've received a packet like this. Hello, are you asking a question or something is happened? I received first packet, I received third packet, I received a fourth packet. So second packet is missing. So client means server side understand second packet is not received by destination. I think I'm confusing you guys because I'm confusing myself again because I want to save the time. Thus making a problem. Okay, so look at here. I'm sending a message called hello, how are you? Okay, I'm sending at a destination. So what happened? I chop the data into small parts and sending. I put a numbering and sequencing. Means I put a numbers and make it as a sequence order. So it will give transport layer also may hear error correction. How it is error correction, we'll see that one also. Transport layer also do error correction. Okay, so at a destination it received first packet successful, second packet not received, third packet received, fourth packet is also received. So destination, sorry, this is source, this is destination, right? So source understand destination received first packet, third packet, fourth packet. How it is? It will give you a acknowledgement. I'm destination tell I received 1, 3, 4. So what is missing here? 2. So source understand. Yeah, 2 is not received by destination. Send it 2 again. So what is 2? How? When it is become like this. This is 2 by 4. Means hello, are you, how? Meaningless, right? So what happened? It keep it in a order again. This is a error correction also because once a packet is missing, destination don't send a acknowledgement for a missing packet, missing part. Okay, so source understand this particular part is not received by destination. It will send it again. It will send it again. It's sending 1, 2, 3, 4 packets, but second one is not received. So it will send only second. Instead of sending all the packets, it is sending only second one. Then, so destination understand the sequence and create a back that sequence and accept the packet like this. So that's it is. Segmenting means divided data into small parts, numbering and sequencing. So that's why it is a end-to-end connectivity. Its actual data will be formed like this. It is a TCP UDP multiplexing and demultiplexing is there. Okay. It is flow control, error checking and error correcting. Actually not error checking, it is error correction. I done mistake here. Okay, it is error correction, not error checking. So I will do like this, error correction. Error checking is how it is error correction because of numbering and sequencing. Okay, so I will explain this TCP UDP again. So then we will go to that one. So meanwhile, so we'll remove these check marks and other data. Guys, understand transport layer. Segmenting means divided data into small parts, numbering on it. So then we can easily put it in a order. If destination missed the packet, destination not received a packet. So what a particular packet. So we can send that packet only because we are not receiving a acknowledgement for it. So destination will tell I received. For example, I'm a receiver. Like you are a sender. So you send a 10 questions to me. 10 questions or 10 documents. You send it. So I said I received first document, second document, fifth document, fourth document, sixth document, seventh document, and ninth, 10th document. So I said 8 documents received and their numbers. So you can understand what are the documents you sent and I received. So what I not received, you will understand. I don't know what I didn't receive. What I received, I know. What I didn't receive, I don't know. So what to do? Again, guys, we'll go to 5 documents only. You send 5 documents to me or 5 pictures to me. I said I received first one, second one, fourth one, fifth one. What happened here? So you understand third one is missing. So you send only third one and each one having a number. So what I will do, I'll keep it. Okay, this is first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. So I will reassemble it at my side. So that is the point what happens with the segmenting, numbering and sequencing. Easiest example is printing a document. You know, when you go to Xerox shop, what you will do, you order a print order, right? So right, there is a 20 pages you are order, each one having a number like a page 1 by 20, page 2 by 20, page 3 by 20. For example, you are having an order. So while it is printer, you know, when we are in a college days, what this is frequently we will go for a taking a Xerox copies, right? Xerox copy of a book or a Xerox copy of a document, right? Printouts or documents kind of stuff. So what happened? The machine will be corrupted. Some prints will be missed because of machine corruption. Or the Xerox guy skip the 1 or 2 pages from it. Okay, something will happen. So for example, 10th page is missed, or maybe a 15th page is missed, maybe a 19th page is missed. So what you will do, you'll check the order, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 and 11. You see 10 is missing, 12 13 14 16 17, oh yeah, 15 is missing, 18 20, so 19 is missing. So you will understand 15, 19 and 10th page is missing. So you will take the printout of 15, 10, 19 and we rearrange in the order. So that is what error correction in the transport layer. Next, transport layer having a duty is it divides the protocols into TCP manner and UDP manner. Okay, so because of that, this is a very important part. I'm not going to original the exact point of TCP UDP points here. So look at here, guys. Time synchronization kind of stuff I'm not going. Very simple. I'm trying to tell. TCP transmission control protocol. UDP user datagram protocol. One second. Babani. Transmission control protocol, user datagram protocols. Yes, sorry. Okay, the name is user datagram protocol. So what it is? Okay, TCP type protocols are there. Okay, UDP type protocols. TCP type protocols, UDP type protocols are there. So their behaviors are different. So their behavior is little different from others. So like we'll see what is the example of protocol. Guys, there is no separate TCP UDP. It's a type of protocols only. So first one is like a HTTP is a TCP type protocol. Okay, FTP TCP type protocol. Okay, SMTP TCP type protocol. Like there is a lot of protocols comes under TCP type protocols. Example of UDP protocol is TFTP, trivial file transfer protocol. DHCP, DNS is an example for a is an example for a UDP type protocol. It's a type of protocols only, guys. It's not anything. So the behavior is like this. This is my source and this is my destination. I send a data to source to destination. For example, I'm sending a packet. Okay, so here it is. I'm sending a packet. Destination received it, and when it is received, it sends acknowledgement. Normal is better. It send a acknowledgement, that is I received a packet. Okay, that is I received a packet acknowledgement. So source knows, source understand, I send a packet, destination received a packet. Okay, so like that. Source understand, I send a packet, destination received a packet. For example, I didn't receive acknowledgement for a third packet. and I received acknowledgement for a fourth packet, for example, just for our understanding only, guys, not exactly point. So here it is. I didn't receive acknowledgement for a third packet. So what happened? So I thought third packet is not received. I thought third packet is not received. So destination not received a third packet. So then it is not sending acknowledgement. So I thought third packet is not received. Again, I'm sending. Again, I'm sending. By this time, I have to check whether I received or not. Okay, so this is a transmission control protocol behavior, UDP, user datagram protocol behavior. So what is, when I send a data to source to destination, so when I send a packet, destination received and send a acknowledgement to source. So what happened here? When you received acknowledgement, you understand packet is delivered successfully. That is acknowledgement. You know, olden days we have a registered post. Register post is there. So what is the use of this register post is you will receive a acknowledgement, means you send a letter to the some relatives or friends, or maybe you are applying a application. Nowadays we are applying through transaction successful. In bottom you can see, what you see, transaction ID. Okay, so other person cannot say I didn't receive the money, because you are already sent a money, transaction successful, you will get it, and you will get a transaction ID also. Okay, so that you can tell I send a money, so this is the reply I am getting, this is the verification, like that. So here it is, guarantee delivery, source knows destination received the data. Same thing, guys, here is also source is there, and there is a destination. I'm sending a data. Okay, I'm sending a data. I don't know. So can you see there is a no acknowledgement in it? These arrows are a little bit. Babin. Inteni. So today is it's like, okay. So here it is. I'm sending a packet, and destination received a packet, and I don't know whether it is received or not. Okay, whether it is received or not. So that is the main point of TCP UDP protocol differences. Guys, TCP is a type of protocol, like a HTTP, TCP type protocol, DHCP, UDP type protocol. That's it only, not more than that one. Okay, here it is. It is a reliable. It's a reliable protocol. Why? Because of acknowledgement based protocol. It is reliable protocol. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement based protocol. Okay, it is a acknowledgement based protocol. It is reliable protocol, acknowledgement protocol, connection oriented. Connection oriented protocol. Connection oriented protocol. UDP, because of we don't know the destination received a packet or not. That's why it is a non-reliable protocol. It's a non-reliable protocol. We don't use any acknowledgement, no acknowledgement. It is a connectionless protocol. Now, some people will tell an example for a connectionless protocol is a Wi-Fi. Guys, it is wrong again. There are a lot of wrong things we learn in here, but so thing is, you must understand what it is. Okay, so here it is connection oriented protocol or a connectionless protocol. So connection oriented. Connection oriented. Why? Because it is a connection oriented. Why? Because of we know the destination received a packet. So there is a two-way communication between source and destination. Source send a packet, destination received, and as a reply give an acknowledgement will be there. So that is two-way communication is there. Source send a packet, destination received, and resend the packet. So that is the mechanism happens here. And here it is in a user datagram protocol, source send a packet, destination received a packet, destination received a packet. So it is, it won't send any reply. Simply say connection oriented means you are telling something to audience, like you are telling some information or a story to someone. Okay. Or you are taking a class. No one is telling any reply. Okay, you don't know whether they are received or not. It is a connection less. Connection oriented, like you are talking, so other person is telling, yeah, yes sir, I get it, or maybe what is this, or maybe some reply you are getting. So that is a connection oriented. So that's a simple to understand connection oriented protocol and a connectionless protocol. So what is TCP? Transmission Control Protocol. UDP, User Datagram Protocol. TCP type protocols are example, HTTP, FTP, SMTP. So TCP is an acknowledgement based protocol. When you are sending a data, you received a acknowledgement. Guys, original mechanism is there, that is a synchronization, acknowledgement, resynchronization kind of stuff is there. I'm not telling that story. Simple to understand in a 2-3 points wise. An acknowledgement based, no acknowledgement based. So TCP type protocols, whenever it is send up data, so it is wait for a receiving acknowledgement from the destination. So whenever the sender or a source not received an acknowledgement from the destination, it thinks destination not received a packet. So it will send the packet again. So whereas UDP type protocols will send a packet, so it don't know whether destination received a packet or not, because it is not based on acknowledgement. That's why TCP protocols called as reliable and connection oriented, and UDP protocols are called as a non-reliable and connectionless protocol. So this is your TCP UDP. So the final point is here, your TCP header. Sorry, what happens in a transport layer? We are in a transport layer, right? What happens in a transport layer? It segments the data and numbering of the data, okay, and also it will flow control. Make sure that the receiver received a packets 100%. Okay, so how much? Like I have a one PC with a 100 Mbps connection. Another PC is a 1 Gbps connection. I'm sending a data from 1 Gbps. Other side it is 100 Mbps only. So what happened? My speed is high, right? 100 Mbps data I'm sending. Sorry, 1 Gbps data I'm sending. My connection speed is 1 Gbps. That much speed I can able to send. But other side it is 100 Mbps only. It cannot receive that much of data delivery speed. So what it is, that side is end-to-end connectivity. So transport layer will control that flow. Make sure how much data client can be received at a time. How much data client can be received at a time. So that will estimate and control the flow. So already explained the error correction, but I am trying to go to this point, guys. What is this? It is your PDU. So whatever your data is coming, right? PDU, packet data unit, packet data unit, packet data unit. Are we connected or disconnected? Connection is there. Okay. So this having a PDU, what are the data format? We are adding a extra data to it. Okay, extra data to it. So this is a TCP header. So as adding transport layer is added with a header. So what is this TCP header? Contains your protocols. Okay, what are the protocols you are using and their type? TCP type protocols, UDP type multiplexing. It is a multiplexing. All TCP protocols in TCP header. Okay, all UDP protocols in UDP side. Okay, same one communication only, but protocols are mixed protocols we use. TCP protocol, UDP protocol, both protocols we use it at a time of communication. Okay, so all TCP protocols comes in under TCP side in all UDP protocols and UDP. This multiplexing and demultiplexing happens. Next, in TCP header, add this information in the TCP header, and you are segmenting information, numbering information, sequence order also will add it to this TCP header. The TCP header plus your PDU is called as a segment. This segment is sending to next layer called a network layer. So network layer receives segment. Again, what network layer receives from top layer is a segment. What is a segment here? What is a segment here? Is a combination of your TCP header and PDU at a transport layer. So what is the TCP header is contains? Is information about your TCP, UDP protocols, segment information, numbering, sequencing, information stores in this TCP header. Okay, so this is a segment. Guys, okay, I think so. Understand up to here, guys. 4 layers: application layer,
Yes, sir.
presentation layer, session layer, transport layer. So only 4 things we completed: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, and transport layer. So guys, take a break. we're going to explain about a network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Just 10 minutes only. So come back at 12:30. Okay, so just 10 minutes break.